Welcome back, everyone, to the main event here in our women's pro doubles bracket. Our gold medal match is coming up here momentarily. This is a rematch of our winner bracket final, but we did not get to see that winner bracket final here on Championship Court. So this is the first time we get to see these two teams squaring off here. We have the #1 seed, Lee Whitwell and Georgia Johnson, taking on the Kawamoto sisters, our #2 seeds, Jackie and Jade. Looks like Melody Woodson will be our USA Pickleball certified referee for this match. The Kawamotos came out on top in the winner bracket final, taking them through the upper portion of our bracket into this gold medal match. So Lee Whitwell and Georgia Johnson have their work cut out for them here. They must win the 2 out of 3 portion of the gold medal match and a tiebreaker match to 15 if they want that gold medal. And I'm pretty sure Jackie and Jade are gonna put up a fight over it though. So we'll see if Whitwell and Johnson can have a different outcome here. They certainly played very well and confidently in the bronze medal match.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to see this match earlier. It's definitely, you know, our top 2 teams, as you can see where they're seated. I expect this to be a pretty good contest.
So looks like Jade Kawamoto is in the pink and Jackie in the blue on the near end to start us off here in game 1. And a quick first point. Again, we've seen the Kawamotos just be so steady, so consistent, great defense. Jackie a little bit more aggressive. They have been sitting a little while here though, coming through the top half of the bracket. So we'll see if it takes them a little while to warm up here or if they can kind of get right back into it.
Sometimes it does take a game to get back in when you've been sitting for a couple hours. Oh.
Whitwell did not have that Ernie. A little out of her reach. Georgia Johnson was there to cover, but just a little low. So a pointless side out here, and the Kawamotos take back over.
A little too ambitious there for Jackie. She's,
yeah, she is looking to speed it up when she can, but that was a little low.
Just great angles there from Lee Whitwell. Hitting a sharp ding. Making Jade really get underneath the ball, but couldn't get under it enough.
There's that speed up that Jackie wanted. Set herself up for the pop-up put away. We've had some fun crowds here today, some big crowds. And a lot of the pros still sticking around, grabbing a beer from our beer tent, watching their cohorts battle it out here.
Yep, some of them heckling from behind
We'll let you
us.
guys at home guess who the hecklers are.
Oh, it
hits
stays
the
in.
baseline. Oh, nice job. Georgia Johnson gets back into it. Oh, oh wow.
And these are the Kawamotos for you.
Oh no.
Everything comes
wow.
back.
What a great rally.
Yep.
Well done from Georgia Johnson, keeping them in there. They got pushed off the line.
Both teams kind of finding their way so far this match. Pretty competitive.
we've seen Whitwell and Johnson come out a little slow sometimes in a game and then kind of get everything firing. Looks like they may have to do just that here.
Well, it's definitely a slow-moving game so far. I mean, I expect long points from in this match from both these teams. Again, I mean, the Kawamotos just get every single thing back.
Yeah, just so steady. A little wide there from Whitwell. Pushed it just a little too far.
Yep, still not able to convert.
Please report to the tournament desk. And
the Kawamotos are also stuck on the same number here.
Oh.
Both teams playing so well defensively.
That one took a really high bounce. Whitwell got a good angle. Jackie was not quite able to handle that one.
Confusion in the middle with the lefty-righty. Always causes some problems.
It really does. Oh.
And it just lands in. And that net cord love gives Georgia Johnson a point.
Yes, on the board here in the first game of our gold medal match. Oh, it's starting to rain a little. We're getting some really tiny rain clouds coming through here. They've passed pretty quickly, but
you're not supposed to say that
spitting.
word.
I'm so sorry.
Featuring Julie Johnson,
It's spitting a little here.
playing Ava Welsher and Helen
It's not enough so far
It's
to
not
really
too bad.
stick on the court, but
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
a little bit of a slip from Jackie as she is looking at the ground. Seems to be willing to play through it at the moment, but we'll see if any more drops start to come down.
Yeah, I think if anything, this will be a very brief
Intermission if there is.
break if there is a rain delay called.
Rick Whitskin, Dan Bruno, Paul Owen, and Barry Waddell. Please come to tournament operation.
Nice low drive there.
Yep, Lee and Georgia switching the stack a little bit. See if they can get some, give the combos a different look. But back to regular here.
Yeah, I think that is where they are the most comfortable. Just a little unforced errors here, I think, early on here in game one as the Kawamotos now are pulling away a little here. Nice pick up from Jackie.
And that super sharp backhand by Lee Whitwell causes a mistake from Jade.
We have a foot fault
On Lee
on
Whitwell.
Lee Whitwell.
Right here, I guess.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Ooh. Did her right foot actually
I
touch?
think it did. I think
Wow.
just briefly. Johnson and Whitwell just
have not found their groove.
Yeah, they have really done such a great job so far here today. Really playing loose, confidently, and just haven't seen that yet. But again, their only loss of the day is to the Kawamotos.
Yeah, but they're playing very solid. Moving the dink around a lot. That's what they do really well. And Jackie was sitting on that one.
Yeah, Whitwell tried to mix it up a little down the sideline, but get a little too in the middle, right to Jackie's forehand. Easy put away. I would imagine we would perhaps see a timeout here if the Kawamotos keep rolling. Ooh, nice spot there from Whitwell. Good angle from that left side, which they switched it up a little.
Yeah, we'll see if they keep this reverse stack here.
And there's the timeout from Georgia Johnson immediately after that return into the net. So it looks like our little rain cloud is clearing up.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about the wind that's so crazy. It's blowing these clouds by real quick. So it looks like we will not be taking a break, which is good, keeping the play going here. But the Kawamotos up big, 8-1 here in game one of this gold medal match.
Yeah, they're playing high percentage, good pickleball, and Johnson and Whitwell just haven't found their groove, you know, and they're gonna have to do something about it pretty quick here if they want to have a chance at winning this game.
Ooh, that wind is a gustin'.
Kawamoto's do a really good job of getting the play into their game. You know, they move the dink around so well that it keeps Lee and Georgia on their back foot.
Whitwell and Johnson do get the ball back after that timeout, but again, not been able to convert here. They got that 1 point earlier. So far, that is all that the Kawamotos have allowed.
Whitwell misjudging the trajectory of that ball. I think she thought that was going out and then it landed in. Jade with the big poach.
I mean, look at these ladies. Just flying through the air. They're so good at that attack out of the air, especially in the transition zone, and then get right back into it.
They're also very good at switching off the attack and knowing when to reset the ball.
Oh, steps back a little too much off the line there, and Jackie Kawamoto dumping that last one in the net. Good defense from Whitwell and Johnson staying in that rally.
Jackie read that off Georgia's paddle. It was a good attack from Georgia. Surprised the Kawamotos a little bit as Jackie was a little late to it. And here we go. They're off one.
All right, first.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
In pickleball, sometimes you just get stuck on that number and it takes everything to get off of it. So we'll see if they can keep the points coming. I'm not really sensing a lot of energy from the far side of the court of Whitwell and Johnson.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to our men's bronze medal match that we just had previous to this, where, you know, J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier just, everything was working for them.
Right.
And it was really hard to find any answer to that, and I think that's kind of similar here for Whitwell and Johnson.
Yeah, when you're playing a team like the Kawamotos, who are just so solid, great anticipation, great shot selection, you really have to be very focused, right?
Yeah, and they've joked in their interviews that, you know, they obviously play together all the time, and sometimes they want to kill each other, and sometimes it's great. And they're threatening to never play with each other again all the time, but I mean, there is certainly something to be said for the chemistry between the twins here.
Yeah, I mean, it helps they know each other very well. They know each other's tendencies, and they can anticipate them.
Whitwell obviously upset at herself for changing her mind in the middle of that. Oh, nice. Oh, nice job, Georgia Johnson.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh.
no. And that's the defense of the Kawamotos.
Yep.
Georgia Johnson against any other team gets engaged, gets dialed in, and she's coming out on top of that exchange.
Yeah, I was very unlucky for Georgia Johnson on that one, but it was nice to see some energy being displayed.
Just everything's coming back.
On
Oh, we
Georgia
got a push
Johnson,
off
looks
from
like.
Georgia Johnson here as she goes back for that overhead. Oh, yes. Ah, that was unfortunate. Didn't look like she was going to be close enough to touch that, but
I
kind
know.
of pushed that left foot forward as she started to push off.
Good call by the referee.
Yep, good eye. We do have 2 referees here for this gold medal match. This is a game point for the Kawamotos.
Just rolled over.
And
that's game 1.
Lee Whitwell says, hit it. So Jackie and Jade Kawamoto find their groove, and there is no knocking them out of it here in game 1, coming out on top 11-2. We'll head into the second game of this women's pro doubles gold medal match right after this quick break. Welcome back here to windy Plantation, Florida, just outside of Fort Lauderdale, and game number 2 of our women's pro doubles gold medal match happening right now. Melody Woodsum kicks us back into the action. Lee Whitwell and Georgia Johnson will be on the near end, while Jackie and Jade Kawamoto will be on the far end. Jade now in the black, Jackie still in the blue. Kawamoto's in control and dominant in game 1, taking it 11-2. Let's see if Whitwell and Johnson can find their answer here.
Yeah, no, you've heard other players on the women's tour just call the Kawamotos annoying, right? Because they just get every single thing back, and it can be very annoying.
Very frustrating.
Oh, and again, another confusion in the middle on this side. good move by
rare
Georgia.
Mistake from Jackie Kawamoto there.
Yeah, well, yeah, Georgia really step in the middle and apply a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, definitely would love to see Georgia Johnson get a little bit more aggressive, poach a little bit more.
I think she needs to.
Yeah, when she gets engaged, that can spell trouble. So I'd definitely like to see that happen.
Yeah, they need to up the intensity by a couple turns, you know, so they can get back into this match.
Oh my gosh. Good get there from Jade.
Yeah, it was
Usually that is a winner there from Whitwell.
I know, all set up by that sharp angle. But Jade's still able to track it down and put a paddle on it.
Kawamotos are two players that really show sort of textbook expect the next ball to come back.
Yep.
You almost never see them be surprised
Yeah,
by a ball that comes back.
they're rarely out of position. They have good anticipation. And they're also not getting surprised very much because they're playing a lot of safe balls, right? Moving the ball around well. So
Yeah, they're not necessarily super flashy players.
no,
Again, just very steady, grind it out, go from defense to offense so flawlessly.
yeah, they just play very solid pickleball, high percentage. When you can keep that consistency across of a whole day, that's how you end up in the gold medal match. They've found a lot of success lately. There we go.
Yeah, that looked like it clipped the net just a hair. Threw that off for Jackie not being able to get a paddle on it. Yeah, we don't see the Kawamotos all that often at tournaments, but when we do, they're hitting the podium more often than not. And that just shows that even though they're not getting a ton of tournament play, the style of play, it's easy to pick right back up.
Yep. Not much flashy stuff, just meat and potatoes.
Absolutely.
And we have a timeout here by Johnson and Whitwell. You know what they need is a big come on.
They do. We saw Georgia Johnson with maybe the biggest come on we've ever seen from her in singles last week, but I think it's kind of a bad sign that we're seeing Georgia Johnson sit down during this timeout. We see her, especially in singles, when she has a timeout, when she's very frustrated, she'll go sit down on the court. She sits down. You can see Lee Whitwell, you know, talking to her, trying to keep her in it. I think she's just letting herself get a little too frustrated. And again, it can be so hard to stay in it when everything's coming back. There's nothing you can do. You're just trying everything. You're trying something different. So let's see if Whitwell, who usually does a really great job keeping her partners positive, pumping them up, let's see if she can do just that for Georgia Johnson here.
It's incredibly frustrating too for a player like Georgia, who's pretty strong, powerful, right? Able to really hit a heavy ball and, you know, able to put the ball away on a lot of teams. And then when you're not able to do that against a team like Kawamoto's, it's incredibly frustrating. And I believe that's all that is so far this game, is just that not being able to put the ball away and just kind of a lack of energy. go. Oh, and we get a little bit of life out of Georgia on that one. So maybe that was a pretty good timeout. Whitwell was able to...
Good pep talk.
Yeah.
Oh, that one sails just long, unfortunately, after the net cord there from Johnson.
Yeah, but she needs more of that, right? Because they're not out of it just yet. Still a lot left in this game.
Nice spot there from Jade Kawamoto down the sideline. And again, we see it sometimes. A really great team just gets outplayed.
Yep.
Oh, it drops in. Whitwell just with a smile.
And again, it's points like that that are just incredibly frustrating when you play against a team like the Kawamotos. Everything is going their way.
Oh, nice ATP there from Jade Kawamoto.
Yep, recognizing that Whitwell likes that sharp angle and anticipating that and hitting it around the post.
Long there from Whitwell. Kawamoto's 2 points away from a gold medal here, undefeated through the day.
There we go. We got 1 point now away from a gold medal for Jackie and Jade Kawamoto. Not yet.
Yeah.
Still got one more to go. See if they can.
See if they got one more hold in them here.
Yeah, it's not over yet. And no, they're still alive. Whitwell showing a little bit of energy there, taking some more of the middle. And it another chance here to try to get a comeback, but unfortunately it goes back over the Kawamotos, who get 2 more opportunities to close this gold medal match out.
The Kawamotos have just played top-notch pickleball here today.
Yep, and there it is.
And the serve return short from Lee Whitwell, and the Kawamoto sisters are our gold medalists here in the Plantation Open, presented by Head Pickleball. A big congrats as well to Georgia Johnson and Lee Whitwell, our silver medalists here today, only being defeated by the Kawamoto sisters twice today, so they just played some really great pickleball, but the Kawamoto sisters just too good here today. They take our gold medal. We'll head to the Franklin studio on court to chat with them before we get into our men's gold medal match, the final match here of the day. Don't go anywhere. Back right after this. Welcome back to the Franklin studio. Lauren McLaughlin here with our women's pro doubles gold medalists, Jackie Kawamoto and Jade Kawamoto. This is your first ever women's doubles gold medal match. How does it feel?
Feels great. We've been close a few times, so it's good to finally get a gold in the bag.
How are you going to celebrate this evening, this gold medal win?
I think Jackie already promised our boyfriends that we were going to take them out to dinner, so I guess dinner's on us tonight. So.
Who, excuse me, no, you just won a gold medal. Dinner is on them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Dinner's on Tate tonight. Yeah.
You heard it here first. A big congrats to the Kawamoto sisters, first-time gold medalists. Congratulations, ladies. Got the job done in 2. So go get those medals, go get those checks, have a great time at dinner. I'm sure make the boys pay for it. That's don't do anything different. Speaking of the boys, we'll be right back with our final match of the day here for our men's pro doubles gold medal match. Zane Navratil and Andre Deescu take on the young ones, Dylan Frazier and J.W. Johnson. That's coming up right after this.